The most common questions you ask a sexologist. Am I normal? How typical is my problem? Have you heard of this before? Right? It's very terrible. Interestingly, those who ask such questions usually can't shock, surprise, or astonish me because I've already heard something similar, or what they say doesn't faze me. Typically, those who don't ask tend to come up with something that is indeed quite surprising. How long will it take for me to get better? I don't know the answer to that. I'm not a fortune teller. I'm not Nostradamus. Obviously, certain trends can be predicted in advance, but to declare with full responsibility that Y time is definitely enough for X problem and for everyone to fully recover, I cannot say that. However, I can definitely state that even a single consultation can help. Of course, only if you listen to me and take to heart what I say, if these can truly get through. That's why sympathy is very important, by the way. If I am not sympathetic, don't come to me. Go to someone who is sympathetic. The next question you would ask me, if this were interactive, and I wasn't just talking to myself like a schizophrenic, right? But that's the nature of videos. What should I change? Anyone who asks this question is in a very good position for therapy because they know that therapy will mean that something needs to change. So they already start with a huge advantage compared to others, because many people come just to supposedly ease their shame, guilt, confusion, sorrow, or anything else, but they don't think that something needs to change. Yet, in most cases, it is necessary. Can I write to you between therapy sessions about what is currently happening with me? Can I send a little status update? In fact, even before I come to the very first therapy session, should I write a summary about the background of my problem? No. A huge, gigantic no. I do not ask for this. If I were a beginner therapist, which I am not, since I've been listening to people's problems professionally for almost 9 years now, and in my personal life, I have been doing this for much, much longer, then maybe it would have been worth writing down as a beginner. But even then, I did not have a need for this. Actually, it's enough if you indicate the direction, like erectile dysfunction, premature ejaculation, or anything else. And that's already sufficient. No matter what you come with, I can handle it. And if not, it will become clear in the first session because I provide honest feedback. So, I won't lose my gold ring, if I have to say that. Can't take this on, or I don't want to take it on, or something like that. I can't be all-knowing either. Although many people attribute all sorts of abilities to me. The fortune teller is one, the other is the philosopher's stone of omniscience. In 2 days, or 3, there will be a show here on YouTube in which I will also appear, and you can get answers to your further unspoken questions there, as I will be talking about the behind-the-scenes secrets of the profession. I won't reveal which channel or what the show is, the title, but if you're clever, you'll find it. However, if you don't, or if you have further questions, feel free to write them in the comments here. But even better, if you go to my website, Legge job, the sex touch you, and ask on the forum there. Oh yes, one very important thing, +1. If you run into me anywhere, don't ask me questions and don't tell me what your problem is. Because at that moment, I'm not in therapist mode. When I read someone's problem via email, chat, or at an exhibition opening, a rock concert, a conference, during a theater performance intermission, or at a board game club, I hear someone start to talk about their problem because they just found out there's a sexologist in the group whom they didn't know before, which is me. And they feel the need to tell me their problem right away at 9 p.m. or 3 a.m. They are mistaken. And they are not respecting boundaries now, nor are they respecting my profession. After all, there is a time and place for this. The situation is that if they tell me something like this outside of working hours, whether it's a sexual problem or any kind of problem, I immediately switch to therapist mode and start working. And it doesn't matter if it's 10 in the evening or 3 in the morning. Even in the middle of the biggest party, my good mood disappears and I start working because that's how I function and that's why I'm so good. The problem solver, because if I hear about a problem, I want to solve it very quickly, often. Even instead of the client, or at least I have a strong urge to push until it's resolved. So don't do it. That you dump any kind of problem on me outside of working hours, because then I will start working on it. And if I do work on it, I will bill you for it. So don't be a jerk. By the way, other therapists don't like this either. And we do talk about this. So please respect it. We also have free time, and we would like to enjoy ourselves at various events. And we might not want to listen to people's problems, even then. Okay? So please respect the boundaries. And similarly, if someone calls for the first time, they shouldn't start explaining their problem from Adam and Eve, but rather we schedule an appointment and they can start explaining it there.